He found the dog too noisy, so he bought an electronic collar. Just as he joined the new company, he was promoted to vice president, but what he didn't expect was that the company went bankrupt the very next day. No matter how much he tried to convince him, the boss still ran off with his secretary. When he opened the door, his wife came to greet him. Workers were digging in the yard. Turns out his wife had been spending in advance. Luckily, the oven at home wasn't big enough, or she might have stuffed a whole cow in there. She thought her husband was now a Fortune 500 VP, so all these expenses were no big deal.
Before we get into that, I have some wonderful news.
Mama, quit her job! Yeah!
Dick recently lost his job, and his wife actually quit hers too. Dick felt a headache coming on, but there was nothing he could do, since he was the one who encouraged her to quit in the first place. When his wife learned about the bankruptcy, she was in complete disbelief, but luckily, with the company's collapse, they still had their pensions to collect. The next day, though, the company was back in the news. The CFO had been arrested. The boss had embezzled their pension funds. The CFO was just the scapegoat. For half a year, Dick couldn't find a job. Finally, he got a job interview, only to accidentally spot a competitor racing to get inside first. He thought he had already won, but at the stairway, he ran into an old colleague. Another wave of competitors charged forward, and Dick refused to back down, navigating past the rolling barrel traps, making it upstairs at last, dodging attacks from his former colleague. He fought back with a fire extinguisher. Just when he thought he'd secured the top spot, he saw the line of candidates stretched outside the door.
Harper?
Yeah?
Dick Harper!
Yeah.
You don't have to stand in this line. Come on with me.
Thinking he was receiving special treatment, he was instead met with sheer ridicule. His stunned face on TV became the laughingstock among this crowd of business elites.